Why would a man choose to marry when there's a 70% chance he'll end up in a no-fault divorce, and everything he's worked hard for over the past 20 years will likely be taken away from him? Men are steering clear of marriage because they know that, no matter the circumstances between them and their wives, the justice system is inclined to see them as the culprits and penalize them for it. Men are avoiding marriage because they understand that they can lead more peaceful lives without women. They know that there's no point in returning home to a woman who may not even be there and is likely to engage in complaints and whining. The empowering responsibility of being providers for men no longer holds as it did in the past, which was one of the primary reasons men used to get married.
The issue men face today is that they've been educated to believe that men and women are equals. There used to be a clear sense that men were providers, the breadwinners for the family, and protectors against other men or societal troubles. If a man didn't fulfill that role, he would be ostracized from his community. But after the feminist-driven no-fault divorce revolution, everything changed. Now, the men of this generation, raised in the era of feminism, where equality between men and women is emphasized, have to pay for child support and alimony, and fight for their kids, all while society preaches gender equality. It's a baffling situation. Marriage, regardless of your location or age group, doesn't guarantee lifelong happiness. Women often require constant validation, which may stem from a lack of contentment at certain points in their lives and a lack of control over their emotions. The saddest part of this situation is that when you try to discuss these issues with people, even other men, they often treat you like a conspiracy theorist, claiming the moon is made of cheese. The lies about these norms have become so deeply ingrained that people, including other men, often don't heed the warnings. Research statistics. Research shows that more women initiate divorce than men, with estimates suggesting that up to 70% of no-fault divorces are instigated by women in the United States. In the UK, 62% of divorces are initiated by women. Researchers argue that women's increased independence and the influence of feminism have contributed to this trend. Many women have expectations of how a partner should meet their emotional needs, often unrealistically high, leading to disappointment after marriage. Another surprising statistic is that in most divorce cases, women are awarded primary custody of children, which might make women feel they have less to lose compared to men when filing for divorce. Evidence suggests that men's well-being is more drastically affected immediately following a divorce. This is one of the reasons why more men are choosing to avoid marriage. Research also indicates that men tend to experience greater loneliness after a divorce, while women are more likely to find new partners and settle down. When it comes to no-fault divorces, these are divorce cases where no specific reason needs to be given to the law for filing a divorce. Essentially, anyone can file for divorce at any time without providing a reason. Historically, men were the primary earners, and women sought wealthy, resourceful men. But society has transformed significantly, with women now earning substantial incomes, and in some cases, even becoming the primary breadwinners, out-earning their husbands. This can be problematic for women seeking partners who are wealthier or more successful than they are, and it often leads to dissatisfaction in relationships where women earn more than their husbands or have a higher social status. The only relatively safe scenario for a man to consider marriage is if the woman earns more and there are no children involved. By safe, I mean in financial terms. If you're not the stereotypical Chad or Tyrone, you might not receive the level of respect you desire, and you may have to adjust your standards of beauty. Attractive women often don't pay attention to men who don't fit the Chad stereotype and earn less than them. It's simply not worth the emotional and financial risks. It's essential for men to understand that elevating their wives to a pedestal can be counterproductive, as it sets a standard for her and what she expects throughout her life. If anything deviates slightly, she might perceive you as a terrible person and seek validation from other men. Partners should ideally be self-assured and not in constant need of validation. Men aren't mind readers, and it's crucial to set and respect boundaries in a relationship. If women in their prime understood the potential consequences of not adhering to nature's laws, they might approach their 20s differently. Instead of pursuing bad boys with tattoos and engaging in a carefree lifestyle, they could focus on building a family. Despite all the talk about equality, the fundamental laws of human nature remain unchanged. There are certain aspects that are simply meant to be, regardless of how much men and women attempt to alter them. Statistics, data, and studies don't always align with modern women's desires. When men express preferences for younger women, or a desire to remain single, women might perceive it as ideology rather than fact. Men's nature. Men, by nature, seek love, admiration, and respect, while women often have very high expectations for men despite the rhetoric of equality. The legal system often operates in favor of women, utilizing men's resources to cover their financial needs for extended periods. There have been instances where women have entered into marriages with wealthy men with the intention of divorcing them to secure their financial stability. These practices have bred mistrust between men and women, and movements like MGTOW have helped men share their experiences and become more aware of the true nature of relationships. No-fault divorce has shifted power dynamics in women's favor, and it's often abused to gain wealth quickly. This is a significant reason why more men are hesitant to marry or commit to relationships. They've realized that women have a tendency to date up the socio-economic ladder and are more likely to transition to wealthier, more sociable, and more valuable men, disregarding loyalty. As a result, men have become more cautious, avoiding marriage because it no longer seems like a wise personal investment. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you can be the first to know when my new video drops. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.